Is this gonna be some kind of fucking revolving door with co-hosts? Well, screw it. He's wanted the limelight for a while now, and at least he's a hell of a lot more dignified than Jimmy was. I won't be sad to see that guy gone. Seriously? Son of a...
Are you ready?
Welcome to episode 2 of the Fantasy Football Monsters. Von Murder back at you talking fantasy football as usual. Jimmy is out on assignment, so jumping into the co-host chair this week is Werewolf Guy.
Nope. I saw what happened with Jimmy here. The name is Mortimer Winklevoss the Fourth, and I'm honored to be with you here, Mr. Von Murder.
Just call me Von Murder. Mr. Von Murder was my dad. Anyway, we don't know jack shit about you. I assume you're familiar with football, right?
Very much so, yes. Nothing like 11 men out on the pitch, having a good, clean match.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We talk American football here. None of this soccer crap.
I see. Well, I also happen to be very well versed in the strategy involved in Walter Camp's bastard child as well.
Who? What? Fuck, dude. We're going blood-sucking at the bar after the show. You really need to let loose some. Anyway, today we're discussing a topic that's near and dear to my cold, dead heart. Monsters' rights. After what feels like centuries hammering the hashtag Monster Lives Matter, we finally have found our peeps in the fantasy football community. Unfortunately, that community is literally in the crapper.
What role would a Lou have in our acceptance amongst our fellow players? Also, you know it's incredibly disrespectful to disparage the Black Lives Matters movement. Surely we can find our own battle cry.
Oh fuck, we're finding those college bitches who've been drinking Long Islands at the bar, cause I can't even with you. The incredible people over at Toilets to Titles have put together this format known as the Frankenstank League. We're fucking playable characters in the league!
I see. How does that work if I never get to the gridiron myself?
Simple. You and I and 15 other guys from last Halloween's party get added to the draft. We all do various things which might happen one time and then it's used, or might happen a few and even work all season long.
I can't comprehend what you're referencing. Perhaps you could explain it to me as though I were 5 years old.
Frankenstank is a pirate league. This means every week, every matchup, someone's getting stolen. You win, you take someone from the loser. You lose, they take someone from you. It's like a vampire league on drugs. People are getting murdered left and right, so I feel right at home.
Okay, go on.
It's a pretty standard Superflex setup. 1 QB, 2 RBs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex, 1 superflex, 6 bench. But this is our standard stops. This draft is all sorts of weird.
I see. So they're one of those rapscallions using the third round reversal, eh?
No, I mean yes, they did. But I said all sorts. Rounds 1 and 2 you can only draft rookies and sophomores. Round 3 are veteran non-QBs. Round 4 are veteran QBs. Round 5, only players who are on teams that made the playoffs last year. And round 6 are only from teams that didn't make the playoffs last year. Round 7, all bets are off.
Oh my. They went entirely rogue, I see. But I fail to see how we are involved.
On top of the players, there are 17 monsters to draft. Each player is given a round 1 to 12 by which they're required to draft a monster. You can draft earlier, just not later. Everyone drafts exactly 1 monster and you can't trade them or pick them up on the waiver wire.
Jolly good. But really, how good is it to draft a monster card when they won't actually let you play American football?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm glad you asked. Each card has a power unique to that card and does something special. Sometimes it happens one time, sometimes it happens multiple times. There are 17 of them, and they're just too damn many to go over all at once. I'll tell you this, in my draft, I had to draft a monster by round 2, and I found myself between Dracula and Frankenstein.
Wait, you have already done a draft for this ultimate format? How am I just now hearing about it?
I do all sorts of shit you clowns don't know about. Frankenstein allows you to basically swap out 2 players of the same position one time. So they get your score and you get their score. And you play it after all the games are done so you don't waste it.
Goodness, that seems extremely powerful. But what about Dracula?
It's actually pretty similar. You can steal 50% of any one player's points for the week and give them to a player on your team of the same position. One-time use can also be played after the games are done.
I see. So which of the 2 did you end up drafting?
Do you have to ask? The guy's a fucking legend in the Transylvanian community. I would have been fucking disowned if I didn't take Dracula. The 2 cards were both pretty similar, but Dracula would be a guaranteed add to your score and loss from their score at any point, whereas you needed a week where there's a large differential between outputs for Frank to do his thing. Plus he has a dumb face.
So how many monsters did you have to choose from? Obviously one had to be gone, since someone else was forced to take it in round 1.
10. Only 10. 7 monsters have been taken prior to my pick. Hell, I had the 5th pick overall, and 3 monsters went in the first round before me. 2 of them I would have taken over Drac, and one of them was someone who clearly didn't care about winning. That or he's fucking Lady Luck and thinks he's good.
Not sure their sexual exploits will help their score.
Anyway, I didn't see a monster I absolutely wanted to take round 1. Someone took Bijan with pick 2, so I took the better rookie, RB, in Jameer Gibbs.
How can you say he's better? His ADP is a lot lower.
What can I say? People are dumb in large numbers. You'll see. By the end of the year, someone's gonna nominate Gibbs to be in our group next year, because have you seen him? He indeed is a fucking monster.
So do you not have a synopsis of your draft so the viewers can know and understand more?
Yeah, so Gibbs and Dracula I took first 2 for my rookies and sophomores. For my veteran non-QB, I took Tyreek Hill. Love me some fucking cheetah.
He is rather speedy, isn't he?
My veteran QB, I got Lamar, which is pretty much what I expected. Mahomes, Hurts, and Allen went 1, 2, and 3. I figured Lamar would be for 4th, but they took Fields instead, which was fine, I guess. Right now, I'm still more of a Lamar guy than a Fields guy.
I too would agree. Lamar seems to be much more of a known quantity, while Fields feels like he still lacks the required personnel to make teams fearful of him throwing the ball, turning him into a running back instead of a quarterback many times.
Joe Mixon for my playoff player was great. I wanted another QB here, but 15 are off the board already, and I think Mixon is going to kill it this year. My 6th round pick felt like I was cheating though. Somehow, Derrick Henry made it all the way through the 3rd round, and 4 picks into the 6th without getting taken. That pick took me 1 second total.
So how did your draft round out once you were no longer restricted?
Stafford in the 7th to have a 2nd QB. Firemouth in the 8th so I would at least have 1 serviceable tight end. Christian Watson and Michael Pittman in the 9th and 10th gave me a full roster.
Did you acquire any players later than you should have for your bench?
Hell yeah, I did. Tannehill in the 11th after most of the QB run was over. Listen, I get he's not that amazing, but he's definitely better than the 31st QB taken off the board and fine for buys. My next pick, in retrospect, was even better. Dalvin fucking Cook in the 12th. His ADP is around 70 now, though he wasn't a Jet yet when I drafted him. But he's too good to be left undrafted.
Oh my, yes.
Last 4 picks, I just shot for late value, mostly vets who could fill in on buys or good matchups, or if I have someone stolen. Gerald Everett, Michael Gallup, Baker Mayfield, and DJ Chark.
Good show. I don't know about what the other monsters do, but your team is exceptional and I would expect to be extremely competitive.
I'm not gonna be competitive. I'm gonna curb stomp fools. They had weeks to research and get ready for this. I had maybe 15 minutes.
Yes, but I'm reading now in the messages that other players believe you may have committed a blunder with your draft of Dracula, as there are players who do not believe he is even worthy to be in the top 12 monsters drafted at all.
You shut your fucking mouth. I can sit here and listen to you talk like a pussy the entire show. There's no chance in hell I'm gonna let you talk shit about Dracula. Those players don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I may only get to use Drac once, but that motherfucker's gonna get me a win one of these weeks. Mark my words. Anyway, I'm done with this for now. Don't we have a training camp report next?
Indeed we do. In our next segment, we'll have our special daylight correspondent, Jimmy, talking with us.
No one has ever been called a correspondent here. That's for real journalism. Jimmy is an undead pile of crap. Anyway, let's get down to Oxnard, California, and check in on Jimmy at Dallas Cowboys training camp. How's it going there, Jimmy?
Thank you, Adolf. I'm here at Dallas Cowboys training camp. They put me in the bleachers. They won't give me any real media credentials. They keep saying that I always want to eat their brains. I mean, they're not wrong. But shit, how's a journalist supposed to do his job from up here? I ain't even supposed to be staying here. Fucking snowflakes.
I told that little fucker not to call me Adolf.
Yes, with the name's appropriation with Nazi culture, I can understand wishing to distance yourself from it.
Stop being a nerd. Jesus Christ, you terrify nobody. Anyway, Jimmy, what kind of player interviews have you been able to get to so far?
I tried to get out there on the field, the rest of the media. That dude wouldn't let me in. I told him I was gonna eat his fucking brains if he didn't let me in. He didn't care. I didn't want to make a scene. Well, shit. I guess that's about all I'm gonna get from this. I ain't close enough.
Well, that's definitely disappointing.
For fuck's sake, you're a fucking zombie. How are you gonna let some dude keep you up getting on the field? That's pathetic. Oh, what the hell are you doing there?
So while I'm here, they got a claw machine. Think anyone can win anything out of it? I can.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're using up our fucking budget to go play a fucking claw machine? And for what? Socks? What the fuck? When the hell did a zombie give a damn what's on their feet?
You know, a nice pair of stockings is always a welcome addition to anyone's podiatric routine.
I can't even with you. Fuck. Well, let's give Jimmy at least one last chance to see if he can give us some return on investment going there.
I don't like being on this side of the fence. Can't see shit. Players out there. Problem is I can't eat any of their brains. They're all wearing helmets. Zombies don't like helmets. Why the hell did y'all send me out here?
That's the best question I've heard all day. Why the fuck did we send you? I mean, I would have gone myself, but you know, that whole sunlight is lethal thing doesn't play out too well for me.
I too could not have attended the festivities. It is my understanding there would be a lot of Coors Light served at the event, and that it could also be very hazardous to my health.
Oh my god. You do fucking realize that Coors Light being called the Silver Bullet was just an advertising scheme, right? There are no actual silver bullets involved. Just a lot of really shitty American beer.
Well, one can't be too careful in these uncertain times.
Wow. Just fucking wow. Are we done? Can we be done? I need to be fucking done. Thank God. Anyway, that's it. For Jimmy and Mortimer, I'm Von Murder, wishing you an absolutely horrific and terrifying evening. Ha ha!